welcome back to another Heather Mac Reacts. Today we're going through some Am I the Whole stories, and if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe because I post 5 times a week, every single week, even when on maternity. That's my goal. I'm working hard on it. These videos will go up the second week of January. It is actually still December 29th, and I am getting some videos filmed, y'all. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get into this first Am I the Whole story. This says, am I the a-hole for taking away my daughter's gifts because she didn't spend Christmas with us? Yeah, sounds pretty shitty to me, actually. I mean, I don't know where your kid would rather be than with her parents on Christmas, but that's pretty telling. Poo mode has been activated once again, so let's get into the story. My daughter, Leah's mother, and I were never married, but we did officially separate when she was 5. I got with my wife, Naya, when Leah was 9 and married her when Leah was 12. Leah never got on with Naya, didn't want to spend time with her, and was just generally unpleasant to her. We are currently in family therapy, and honestly, I think Leah just says the meanest thing possible to avoid actually discussing her feelings with us. She's absolutely amazing to hang around with, one-on-one, but is unpleasant around Naya. We were all supposed to spend Christmas together as per our custody agreement. Leah is 16 now, and we have been more lenient, but we have always adhered to our agreement for holidays and birthdays. On Christmas Eve, Leah left to see her boyfriend's family and drop off her gifts. At around 6, I call her and ask when she's heading home, and she says she's staying. I know her mom lives near her boyfriend and asked if that's where she was going. She didn't answer. I told her to come home, and she pretty much agreed, but then never did. I did call her boyfriend's parents, and they confirmed she left to her mother's, and I called her mother, who said Leah was there. Naya was heartbroken because she felt like Leah didn't want to be there because of her. This year, Naya handled all the gifts. She did the work of going in stores and picking them up or picking them out. I decided my daughter wasn't allowed to shit on Naya's effort to at least be civil with her, so when Leah got home and I asked why she wasn't at Christmas, she said she wanted to spend it with her real mom. I said that's fine. When she asked about her gifts, I said her fake mom got it for her, so she didn't need them. Needless to say, she's pissed at me and hasn't said anything. Naya appreciates me putting my foot down, but feels like Leah is a lost cause and to just give her the gifts. Leah's mom agrees she needs to stop treating Naya badly and expecting no consequences. Am I the a-hole? Okay, so the mom you split from is also on your side. Yeah, I thought it was pretty shitty in the beginning, but the fact that she's so nasty to her stepmom, and her stepmom's the one that got her the gifts this year, yeah, you kind of reap what you sow, kid. You want to be a dick. And you're 16. I thought you were like 5 or something. Like, you're 16. Like, you're not entitled to gifts at 16. Like, you're on your way to being grown enough to go without presents. And yeah, you want to be a little bitch to your stepmom. Maybe your stepmom doesn't give you those presents. Sounds like consequences for your actions, in my opinion. Let's see. Note, she has gifts from her mom and boyfriend and other family that got her, just not the ones Naya helped with. I got her a car for Christmas, gifted it to her in November because she needed the car. Leah is an only child on both sides. I have no other children and don't plan to. I am fine with having a relationship with Leah outside of Naya. My issue is she treats Naya badly, like subhuman. She acts outright nasty to her. I wouldn't push so hard if she could at least be civil. And I mean, it really seems like he is doing everything right by like putting them in family therapy, and that Leah just isn't making any sort of effort. So I'm sort of leaning towards you're not the a-hole, and that Leah is reaping what she sows and is unhappy about the consequences of her actions, which, and I tell my son, tough nuggets. Let's see what the Reddit comments say. Is Leah's mother in a relationship? If so, how does Leah treat the SO? OP responds, Leah's mother is single, and her reasoning is because she doesn't want her partner to be treated how Naya is. That's fucking pathetic. You don't want to be in a relationship because you know how nasty your daughter is. Y'all, time to whip that little girl into shape. And I don't mean physically, I mean something. Because damn, I'll be damned if I'm not going to have a relationship because my daughter is such an evil little witch. Yikes. There's another comment. It's pretty interesting that Leah's mother knows how awful this is and actively chooses not to bring a significant other into her life because she knows her own daughter will be absolutely vicious and nasty. I would bet you money that I don't have that Leah's main goal is to convince her parents to get back together, or at the very least be single co-parents that she can pretend or hope will blend back to one family one day. Unfortunately, it takes growing up older than age 17 to get the life experience and wisdom to know that a parent's love life is not a direct reflection on the child. I mean, I would agree to that if she was fucking 11, but she's 16. Okay, like she knows enough. She has enough of an understanding. And it sounds like the father has not been with Naya for 6 months. It's been a couple years. Anyway, Leah needs to grow the F up. No, I don't think you're the a-hole for not giving her her Christmas presents. I think she deserved that. I would like to know what you think about that one in the comments, and let's get on to the next story. This says, am I the a-hole for refusing to give my daughter a kidney because she said she doesn't care if I'm scared? Last story, we're talking about not getting Christmas gifts. This story, we're talking about not getting a life-saving kidney. Y'all, this is deep. I'm pretty sure I would give my kid my kidney no matter what the situation was. But let me hold back my judgment for a moment and read the story and see if I still think that way when we're done. Me, 38 female, my daughter, 21 female, is suffering from kidney failure. We have been estranged for 3 years, and it was due mainly to the fact that she was taking her health issues, as well as her fights with her dad, 38 male, and stepmom out on me. I spent hundreds of my husband, Ethan, 49 male, and I's money on making therapy for my daughter, but she has remained bitter and difficult. Ethan and I have 2 kids, 9 male and 11 male. I had to give up quite a bit in terms of career prospects due to my first pregnancy. That sounds a little bitter, and it is not the child's fault. It is your fault. Let's keep that in mind. My parents also disowned me, but then Ethan helped me get a degree in accounting and also a real estate license. I have connections from Ethan that are helping me do nearly 6 figures in real estate commissions, and I just joined an accounting firm that hired me based on the client connections I have from Ethan. Now I am working 50-hour weeks, but I love it because I am finally earning 6 figures, and Ethan's business is also at a place where he can work at home. My daughter at this point was mostly low contact since she turned 18, but now she's back because she needs a kidney. Okay, don't love that dynamic. I made the mistake of letting friends know about her situation, and everyone I know from my mommy groups from when my daughter was born started dogpiling on me saying, you gotta do this, mama, and like I'd be held down to get my kidney. Because of this pressure, despite Ethan saying no, I went to the doctor and found out I was a match. I tried to reach out to my daughter's dad to see if he is a match, but her stepmom had apparently already called her screaming that her dad was the provider for her and 3 kids, so how dare she ask this of a father? It's her life on the line. And there's such a thing as like short-term and long-term disability that you can go on to save your daughter's life. My ex said that his duty was obviously to his wife and minor kids, so no testing for him. So the daughter that's over 18 is no longer your responsibility, even though this is her fucking life on the line? Wow. I'm starting to see why this 18-year-old girl has such a beef with the world. And so he and everybody else just wanted to be my kidney. I tried to communicate to my daughter that I'm afraid of surgery. I was too new to take that much time from work, so I'd likely be working while in pain. She replied asking, doesn't Ethan make a lot of money? I told her again how risky surgery was, and she said, echoing my friends, I don't care, this isn't about you. But it is. So I've heard some interviews. I don't know if y'all know, but Selena Gomez has lupus, and she received a kidney from one of her friends. They've had a rocky relationship. I don't know if it's a current or former friend, but whatever. Her friend was a match for her kidney and decided to donate the kidney to her. And something that stuck out to me is that the kidney donor, the friend, had to see a counselor, and to make sure that she knew the ramifications of giving up a kidney and what this would mean for the rest of her life, and make sure she wasn't making a hasty decision, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's a really big fucking decision to give away one of your kidneys. Like, you have to for a reason, like you need them. And something that the counselor said to the friend who was the kidney donor was, she is getting something she needs, and she is going to shine and glow and sparkle because she was sick, and now she's going to be using your healthy kidney to feel better. However, you're giving up something that you didn't need to give up, so you are going to not shine and sparkle. You are going to be sick, and your body is going to be fighting to, you know, normalize and equalize itself without this kidney that you didn't need to give up. So yeah, I mean, giving up a kidney is not just as simple as like, oh, you need like some donated blood. Like, maybe I'll feel a little lightheaded afterwards and have to take it easy for the rest of the day, but like, I'll be Gucci after that. No, it's a pretty big fucking deal. And the fact that the daughter is being so ungracious and so not understanding of how scary that would be is pretty upsetting, to be honest. I was so furious from that conversation that when I went to see the doctor and the doctor asked if somebody was coercing me, I told him that at this point, I'd rather die than continue to serve my ungrateful and rude daughter. I said I indeed felt coerced, and if I did it, I'd probably have burning resentment toward the recipient and the doctors if I woke up in pain. The doctor immediately said I am therefore not a compatible donor and that I should never feel like I'm a prisoner. I told my friends and Ethan this, and while Ethan just asked if I was okay and that the boys and him need me, my friends were furious and tried to shame me online with what kind of mother posts. They are insisting I go back and say I was lying and I've changed my mind, to sign something showing I wasn't coerced and get it notarized if that's what it takes. Am I the a-hole? Yikes, this is so difficult because as a mother, my inclination is to just give my children whatever they want at any point. But damn, your relationship with your daughter is like real broken on both ends. It sounds like you already resent her just because she was fucking born, which totally wasn't her fault. That was your goddamn fault. And you already resent the fact that like your parents disowned you and it changed your whole life and fucked up your career trajectory, which again, isn't her fucking fault. It's yours. And now this has bred a bitter and rude and inconsiderate daughter. And now that she needs something from you, she's being rude and inconsiderate and bitter. And you're somehow surprised. This is difficult. I don't think you're the a-hole for not giving up your kidney. This is a really serious life-altering surgery, and the doctor's right. If you're being coerced into it, if you feel like you're being forced into it, you shouldn't do it. It's shitty, but I think y'all have both made so many mistakes at this point that it would take years of fucking therapy to get to the bottom of them, and you're kind of both the a-hole for that. Wow, tough one. Let's see what the Reddit comments say. The fact that her dad won't even get tested is crazy. I would have to fucking agree. Next says, the fact that OP posted something so clearly inflammatory and then disappeared makes me assume it's just silly rage bait. I don't know nothing about that. Next says, there are a whole lot of teenage girls bad posts going around. Next says, specifically teenage girl was bad and grown girl gets consequences. Somebody is working through some shit. Oh, okay. This is interior Reddit shit that I have no idea about, but I would like to know what you all think about that one in the comments. Maybe it's rage baiting, maybe it's for real, but I still think it's an interesting topic to discuss, and I'd love to hear what your opinions are in the comments. And let's get on to the next story. This says, am I the a-hole for telling my brother he needs to grow up and apologize to our mom? Sometimes brothers do need to be told to grow up, so I will give you that. Poo mode has been activated once again, so let's see what the story says. I, male 21, live with my mom while I go to college. I have a brother, Alex, male 28. Alex is married and has 3 kids, ages 7, 5, and 2. Our parents are immigrants and come from a culture where family helps family, not the kind where parents expect their kids to move out when they turn 18. Alex and his wife had a lot of help off of our mom. They stayed in the house rent-free and didn't move out until they were expecting their 3rd. They did no housework or cleaning, which me and my mom had to do, and my mom was the one who took the kids to and from school and daycare. They both worked full time and would say they are too tired, but so did me and my mom. Wow, pretty fucking entitled, huh? I love people who have kids and then foist the responsibility of those kids onto fucking other people. Like, y'all had 1 and you were too tired. Why did you have 2 and 3? Makes 0 goddamn sense to me. These things just don't happen, you know? Sure, condoms break sometimes, but they're 97% effective. So you can't tell me that 3 kids were an accident. I had to sleep on an air mattress in the living room while they were here, as our house only has 3 bedrooms. It sounds selfish, but I'm glad they're out of the house. My mom gives them money every month to help them with their utilities and pays for their phone bills and internet bills. Wow, must be fucking nice to have someone pay your bills, man. In November, my mom asked Alex if she could take the kids to this Meet Santa event before Christmas, and he agreed. A couple days prior to the event, they had an argument over the phone, as Alex had assumed my mom would be paying, when actually she expected Alex to pay. Okay, that's a little strange. If my mom asked if she could take my son somewhere, I wouldn't expect that she would ask me for money for it. If I asked my mom to take my kids somewhere, I would expect to pay for it. But I definitely wouldn't have a fight over fucking, it says FYI, it was like $10 per child. I'm not fighting over $30 with my mom. It's just not worth it. And also, in this situation, because Alex gets so goddamn much out of his mother, if his mother was like, I was expecting you to pay for this, I'd be like, here's the $30, lady. Like, thanks for all your help with everything else. But that's just me. Alex said to just forget it, as the kids are not going, and he told our mom that she needs to set her priorities straight. You mean like not supporting you and your fucking grown ass and your wife's grown ass and all your fucking kids? I will certainly set those priorities straight. Just say the word. Alex was actually way angrier about this than I thought, and and his wife just didn't turn up to our home on Christmas when they said they would, and when my mom called them, they said they forgot. Y'all, at least come up with a good excuse, okay? You do not forget that it was Christmas and that it was the day that you're supposed to go to your mom's house. This is just bullshit. They turned up the next day and took the presents for the kids and left after 5 minutes, saying they had other plans. This really upset my mom, and after they left, she was crying. I'm just fed up with Alex's behavior and upsetting our mom, and yesterday I confronted him in person as he was complaining about he and his wife feel unsupported by the family with their kids. Unsupported by the family. What else would you like them to do for you? Wipe your ass every time you take a shit? Cook dinner for you and your fucking family every night? Like what would make you happy? What more could your mom possibly do than give you money for utilities every month, pay your internet and fucking phone bills? Those are not cheap. That's a few $100s right there, maybe $400 or $500 right there. All of that every single fucking month. Not to mention the fact that when you lived with her for years, she took your kids to and from school and daycare, and you're still this ungrateful. This is a parental problem, okay? You raised your children to be entitled, and then you're surprised when they grow up to be shitty people. Not so surprising, ma'am. I said he needs to grow up and either be more grateful or stop depending on our mom, and he needs to apologize to her. He said it's none of my business, and it's not like he's forcing her to give them money. She can stop if she wants. I said that's not the point, and he's acting like a spoiled brat. He started cussing at me and called me an effing idiot and said to stay in my own lane. Alex has since refused to talk to me, and his wife said I'm not allowed to be around their kids because of my toxic behavior. Oh, so she's another one, 2 peas in a fucked up pod. My mom is mostly on my side, but she said it wasn't my place to say anything. Am I the a-hole? You know, the mom is really content to be a fucking doormat and let her child just treat her any old way while she does, waits on him hand and foot. Yeah, honestly, like, I'm almost like more mad at mom. Like, you made this fucking bed and now you have to lie in it because you let your kid walk all over you your whole fucking life. Even my kid at 4, okay, he's getting to the point where I feel like he's becoming ungrateful for things. Like today, we had a busy day. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Then I wanted to take him to get new shoes because he's starting school next week. It's only play school and it's only 3 days a week, but I'm still not okay. But anyway, I wanted him to have new shoes for school, and this was at the Tanger Outlets, and they have a little park there. And so we decided to stop at the playground for a while afterwards, and he played for like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. And finally, like, my ass was frozen on the bench. And I was like, buddy, we have to go home. Like, you have to nap. It's getting late. I'm freezing. Like, we got to go. And he was upset, but he got in the car and he was watching his movie on his Kindle and he was eating some popcorn and was okay. And then we get home and he goes, Mommy, can we go for a bike ride? And I go, no, buddy. Like, we just were at the park for a long time. And now it's time to, you know, get ready for nap and get inside and take care of the dogs. And please, Mommy, I just want to go on a bike ride. I go, buddy, you just went to the park, but I want to go for a bike ride. I go, listen, you need to be grateful for what you did get today. You got a lot of time to play at the park. You had a lot of fun. We don't have time for a bike ride. You need to get over it. He has gone to the point at like dinner last night. Mommy, why do I have chocolate milk and not juice? I want juice. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He goes, Mommy, why did you fill my chocolate milk so full? It's too full. I go, how about thank you, Mommy, for getting me chocolate milk with dinner? Not it's too full. So yeah, I'm already teaching my 4-year-old to not be so ungrateful because it's like almost a natural thing that I feel like kids kind of meander into, but he's gonna learn at 4 to be more grateful for what he has and to not complain about what he doesn't have when he has so much. Anyway, I think the OP is not the a-hole for saying what he said. I think the mother is the a-hole for raising a son like this. And I think the other son, the older son, is definitely an a-hole for his goddamn attitude. But let's see what the comment says. Not the a-hole. Nope. Sorry. If a member of my immediate family, particularly my sibling, is disrespecting our parent to this degree, they're getting called the fuck out. And that's not even considering the fact that you were personally impacted by their moving into your house. It takes a village, right? They've been depending on their family to live their lives. They've benefited from your cooking and cleaning. It's absolutely your place to throw in your 2 cents. Your brother and sister-in-law are entitled little shits. And if either of my sisters had this audacity, they would never hear the end of it from me. I don't know why so many people on Reddit seem to let their siblings run amok without comment, but you're not one of them, and that's a good thing. Couldn't have said it better myself. I would like to know what you think about that one in the comments. And let's get on to the next one. This says, am I the a-hole for telling my aunt she's the reason her kids don't have friends and not their attitudes? Yikes. Poop mode has been activated again, so let's see what the story says. My 20 female and 40s Kate is a self-proclaimed cool mom. We're talking like wet ass pizza mom, but all the time it never stops. What does wet ass pizza mean? I'm confused. She's obsessed with looking cool for her daughter's friends who are 16 and 17, but acts pretty inappropriately. Wow, is anyone else having Mean Girls flashback to Regina George's mom? Amy Poehler, who wants to be the cool mom? Yikes. Many of Lucy's friends, my cousin, aren't allowed over anymore after Kate sang that One Margarita song to them. Lucy confided in me that word gets around and people's parents don't want their kids to go to hers. Lucy and her younger brother are pretty jaded as a result and are cold to their mother who cannot take the hint. She came over on Boxing Day and was complaining about her kids' social lives. She said they rarely see their friends anymore and it's worrying her that maybe it's their rude attitudes. My mom gave me a look and said, say nothing. But I said, do you think it's maybe the fact that you try to embarrass them at every opportunity? They're cold because you've ruined their reputations by being the crazy cool mom. My mom told me to leave the room and her and Kate went outside a few minutes later. After 20 minutes they left and my mom was not happy with me. She told me to text Kate to apologize because she's very upset. Am I the a-hole for telling her the truth? I don't think so. I think your aunt maybe needed a dose of reality because she's living in some alternate dimension where it's cool to be a weirdo and make all her kids' friends uncomfortable. Yikes. not the a-hole, and it doesn't even seem like you said it in that awful of a manner. So I'm gonna go ahead with not the a-hole. Let's see what the Reddit comment says. Not the a-hole. Good for you for standing up for your cousins. It's one thing to be an approachable parent who loves their kids deeply and wants to be involved in their lives and be a person the kids feel they can come to without any issue with any issue they have. And it's another thing altogether to be desperate for approval from your children's friends and to be seen as the cool parent. Like, yeah, driving your kids and their friends to a concert while you wait at the bar or a nearby cafe or something, and also driving them back home safely whilst asking about the concert is cool. Joining your kids and their friends at the concert is not cool, but embarrassing at that age. Letting your kids have a cool house party at the house is cool, whilst you stay in the office or upstairs just in case adult supervision is needed. But hanging out as part of the party, talking to your kids' friends, and especially talking about inappropriate things from your own younger or private life is cringe. You did the right thing. I wouldn't apologize. If you are forced to, you can always say, I'm sorry you were upset by what I said. It won't happen again. It kind of sounds like an apology, but you aren't apologizing for what you did or said. I think that's fair. I would like to know what you think about that one in the comments. Don't forget, we have a playlist of over 200 MID whole videos up here that you can binge. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.